Good afternoon everyone and welcome to Race 5 of the P1 League as we move to North America to the Circuit De Gilles Villeneuve in Montreal, Canada. The sky is looking overcast, which could create difficult conditions for us during the qualifying session. Let's take a closer look at the track. This is a 2.7 mile circuit featuring 3 DRS zones and over 14 corners. This classic track will take our drivers to the limit. Let's get down to trackside and begin the qualifying session. There we go, it's the Bruh who's going out first. So we're going to follow along with him. Right, let's just round turn 2 at the end of the pit exit. Quick straight down to turn 3. Quickly into turn 4. The old dog leg turn at 5. Hard braking into 6. Rotate round. Get on the power a little late so you can get his maximum speed out of turn 7 into the DRS straight. Maximum speed down. Hard brake into turn 8. Full throttle around turn 9. Hard braking into the hairpin of turn 10. Little turn 11 to the left. Straight DRS. Little turn 12. As much speed as you can get down here. Hard braking before the final chicane at turns 13 into 14. Back on the power, hit the DRS. And straight over the start finish line. I'm going to carry on with the Bruh, as he's the first guy out on a fast lap. Everybody except Sully currently out on track. Who's also now out on track. But everybody is out, going out early to set times. Now we should be looking for the absolute pole sitting time should be just into the 108s. So maybe around a 108.9, 108.8 if we can push it. That would be a definite pole sitting position. But here comes the Bruh. Red lines his lap though. That's not a good look. Let's go with Timmy. He's just coming into the final chicane. A 109.5 sets the first lap of the weekend. So a little spark is coming over the chicane. He's pushing down to the end of the track here. 107, 108, 109, a 109.6 puts him in P2. Pro Mayhem it's a 109.6 in P3. Soccer Monster 110 P4, a 110.2 for Gnarly P5, and Henry a 110.3 for P6. Alright, let's go along with Ron Zeus now. As he starts his fast lap. That engine does not sound too healthy on that McLaren right now. Sounds a little bit caught up. Listen to it. Does not sound right. Listen to that. Wrong as anything. Anyway. As he comes around the hairpin now. Ron Zeus, of course, our winner. Back in Abu Dhabi. showing his speed potential. The 1093 takes provisional pole by 0.13 of a second from Vihan. This Rob with Soccer Monster, he's also out on a fast lap. The 1095 puts himself up to P5. Rolling along with the Brown now as he comes to the hairpin. And this weather looks like it's going to break into rain any minute. .107, 108, 1091 takes provisional pole. Henry comes round the hairpin into the long straight. He's looking to improve on his P14, a reserve driver stepping in, having gained a point last week in tough conditions in France. Ooh, has he made it there? That was very close. A 1099 keeps himself in P14. Timmy now, coming up to turn 3. Looking to regain his first place in his championship. You can see the little spits of rain look like they're coming down now. I don't know if this is going to affect the current cars on their track, but it definitely looked like we were starting to see some droplets of rain falling. All of the top 15 cars within 1 second of each other. Incredibly quick qualifying for today's races. This is quick. 106, 107, 108, a 108.88! Timmy takes provisional pole and breaks the 109 barrier. In which case, let's step up with Pro Mayhem. As he's approaching the back straight. Much speed as possible, hard braking into turn 8. Fast turn 9. As you can see, drops of rain starting to fall down heavier onto the track now. Surely people will start losing time just by the benefit of the water on the track. It'll start to make things way less comfortable for our drivers. Here we go. 108, 109. Fails to improve on his time. The Brat is out on a fast one. Doesn't look like it's as fast as his previous one, though. .08 of a second down at the end of Sector 1. Ronzus has retired from the session. Maybe he feels he won't be able to get any faster and wants to reserve on tyres. But the Bruh fails to improve on his time. Now let's have a look down here at Sully. He's in P9, our championship leader, as he comes to the end of his lap. 105, 106, 107, 108. 1094 puts himself up to P6. So let's go with Hendo. Tonka having a pretty awful qualifying session by his standards. Hendo coming through here. Comes into the last chicane. Moves himself up into P12. Stooge, who's currently on a hot lap. Let's follow along with Stooge in the cockpit as he comes up to the hairpin. You can see the droplets of rain now on top of the camera. The track must be starting to get quite slippery out there now. Looking to beat a 1097 to improve on his position. .1096 does improve on his position, puts himself up into P9. A quick look up the order. Is Soccer Monster pushing for another lap? He's still failing to improve on his time. I think there might just be too much water, and that's what's making the difference with the final couple of tenths, stopping people from improving on their times. Currently sitting in P8, Soccer Monster. The 1093 puts himself up into P4. Little Spark puts himself with a 1090 up into P2. Everybody is now finished. Whoa, what a fantastic end there. Here we go. The classified list for the start of the race. In pole position we have TimmyWhereToNext. Second we have Little Spark. On the second row we have the Bruh and then Ron Zeus. In the third row we have Soccer Monster and Vihan. On the fourth row we have Red Eye Jedi, who's at his best qualifying performance of the season. And championship leader Sully in P8. On the fifth row of the grid we have Stooge and Pro Mayhem. On the sixth row we have Hindle and a little Gnarly. On the seventh row we have Hendo and Warren. On the eighth row we have Henry and Jern. And on the ninth row we have Tonka and J Luke in the Alpha Tauris. It's race day here at the Circuit De Gilles Villeneuve here in Canada. Our drivers are getting ready to settle on the grid, and we are going to be ready for an exciting race here at a classic circuit that's been part of the Formula One Canada for decades. Overcast skies with a potential for rain means this could be a very difficult test for our drivers. As we approach the formation lap, let's get down to the track. As we take a look now, Timmy out in first, Spark second, Bruh third, Ronzus fourth, Soccer Monster fifth, Vihan sixth, Red Eye seventh, Sully eighth, Stooge ninth, Pro Mayhem 10th, Hindle 11th, Gnarly 12th, Hendo 13th, Warren 14th, Henry 15th, Jern 16th, Tonka 17th, and J Luke 18th. Be very interesting to see how this start pans out. With Gnarly, Hendo, Warren and Jern all starting on the mediums. Which means they have the highest potential for a one-stop strategy. It is possible to go out on the mediums here. Pull out 15, 16, 17 laps on the mediums and then switch onto the hards. And if you could get 14 to 15 laps out of them, that's kind of the perfect positioning. But it's very hard to make the hards hit fast laps. So there is a sacrifice involved. As everybody starts to return to the grid now, as they start to take their places ready for the start. Renault looking to put in a top performance here to pull away in the championship. Nice and tidily on. Good formation lap, everybody. Let's get ready for the offs. Lights out and go. Red Jello gets a good start there. Vihan has a horrible start. All the way dropped down to P10. Back up to P8. A lot of bouncing around of positions right now. Clean getaway from everybody though. No seemingly anybody knocked out. A tough first couple of corners to get everybody through cleanly. Looking down the order, Sully's managed to move himself up ahead Vihan in 7th. Also, Gnarly's had a bad start. He's ended up in the back again. The 2 or 3 stop strategy is recommending for this low. Let's just see if the weather holds out because that cloud looks ominous. Hindle's right on the back of Vihan. Will he get him? Hindle has. Hindle's just overtaken Vihan. But Vihan's coming back at him as he enters this straight. And Pro Mayhem's also taken Vihan too. Awful start for Vihan. And Pro Mayhem has taken Hindle. We'll follow along from Hindle's view, see what we can catch from the scrapping going on here. Henry's also taken Vihan, who's now down in P13. Horrible start for Vihan in the Williams. Gnarly is back up ahead of the Alpha Tauris as Tonka goes into the pits. This weekend seems to have gone bad to worse for the Irishman. Everyone's incredibly pushed up here. As a DRS now becomes available at the end of this lap. And Ron Zeus is going to the pit early. He's switching out onto hards. And Vihan has now decided to go into the pits too, so he must have had some kind of contact somewhere that's cost him all that time. We're staying here with Hindle, who's chasing down Pro Mayhem for P7. Racing Points locking out 7th and 8th. Oh, let's have a look. Has he got him under the drape? There he has. He's got him. Hindle moves up to P7. And Warren's right on the back of Pro Mayhem now too. DRS is now activated. Everybody getting a little burst. Nobody really gaining an advantage. But they're right behind Sully now too. Because Sully's right on the back of Soccer Monster, just in front. Soccer Monster picks up a 3-second penalty there too, which means technically Sully is ahead of him on track position now. But he just needs to get past him on the actual track. So he can start chasing down the Red-Eyed Jedi, who's having a fantastic race up in P4. Definitely the best start to his career so far. Stooge is now past Pro Mayhem. Vihan sets a fastest lap of a 1:12.0. It's about 1 second off the fastest time in the P2 race earlier. Why are we getting the view from behind Sully when it's the action in front that we are concerned with? Hendo gets a 3-second penalty there. Now this could be the lap. If he gets the right positioning and the right run, he's right on the back of him. He should have everything in his favour now. He's got DRS when the other car doesn't. Easily overtakes him there. Sully moves himself up into P5. Henry moves himself up into P11 above Pro Mayhem. At the end of lap 6, let's take a quick look down the running order. Timmy's in P1, Little Spark P2, Bruh P3, Red-Eyed Jedi P4, Sully P5, Soccer Monster P6, Hindle 7, Warren 8, Stooge 9, Hendo 10. As Gnarly overtakes Jern now into P13. Little Spark's very close to Timmy as well, right at the front. But it's going to follow along with Sully here. Pro Mayhem has managed to rejoin the lobby. And he's going to find himself down in P13 now. J-Look picks up a 3-second warning. Today's race has just not gone well for him, considering last week's fantastic job finishing on the podium. Now, is Sully going to have him this time? This is exactly where he managed to get Soccer Monster before. It's a nice straight line out of there. He's going to have DRS when his opponent doesn't. And he makes it look absolutely easy as pie. As he now comes on to attack Little Spark. Little Spark is now going into the pits though. Let's have a watch with Spark and see where Spark comes out. Red-Eyed Jedi's also coming to the pit, but let's have a look. Everybody outside of the front 9 now have all pitted. Spark rejoins in P11. Just ahead of Pro Mayhem, who's still yet to pit. So all of the top 10 cars yet to pit, and the car in P12. Warren has just moved ahead of Soccer Monster as well, as the softs start to hit the end of their life cycle. Little Spark catching up on Jern here. Those fresher tyres should make it quite easy for him to catch him. Oh, it looks like there's a real close coming together there between Henry and Gnarly in front. Don't know if there was contact or not, but it was very, very borderline. I don't think Spark's got enough. Gnarly's now taken Henry, and Bruss, Sully and Soccer Monster are all in the pits. Okay, let's follow up with the Bruh. Let's follow him coming out the pits. He's gone in a lap early onto his pit stop. Where is he going to come out now? Bruh is going to come out just in front of Spark. So he's jumped Spark in the pits. The undercut not paying its dividends. Probably because Spark got caught up. Sully comes out in P9. Jern P10. Just in front of Ronzus is in P11. Spark's right behind the brother. He's going to keep pushing at him until he gets an indicator not to. Interesting though, Warren. Oh, hello, and there's been a knock between the two. Oh, Spark, what have you done? Sully takes advantage to move back up to P8. let's go with Timmy. As he comes in for his stop. Out he goes. Again, he's also stopped a lap earlier than he was scheduled. So where's Timmy going to come out now? Looks like P3. Looks like P3 in front of Little Spark, so resumes position as normal. Both Hendo and Warren still yet to pit in front. Let's take a little look down here between Hindle and Stooge. We've got Vihan just behind them, a second between these three. With Red Eye just behind them. Tonka's DNF'd and J-Luke has retired. That's the Alpha Tauri team out like in a flash. And the safety car is out. Sully's been an absolute winner out of all this, now in P3. Championship leader. Doesn't want to give it up without a fight. So on lap 12, in first place we've got Timmy, second place Little Spark, third place Sully, fourth Bruh, fifth Warren Haig, sixth Hindle, seventh Stooge, eighth Red Eye Jedi, ninth Hendo, 10th Soccer Monster, 11th A Little Gnarly, 12th Pro Mayhem, 13th Ronzeus, 14th Henry, 15th Jern and 16th Vihan, with the Alphas failing to finish. This is why we've got a safety car out right now, which should be coming in at the end of this lap, which will leave 33 laps of racing to go. Sorry, 23 laps of racing to go. But seemingly only 3 cars now going for a potential of not having to pit again. And that would be Warren in P5, Jern in P15 and Vihan in P16. They're going to have to make those hards work though. As the safety car looks set to come in. The field are backing up. There you go, you see the safety car in the long distance there, disappearing into the pit. Hendo causing a collision there, 5-second penalty. And Little Spark picks up a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings, which is not what he wants on a restart. Remember, the winners in previous races are the ones who kept it the cleanest. The penalties have really come in and changed the complexion of how the championship is working. Gnarly picks up a 3-second penalty. Alright, let's take a look with Hendo for the president. He's on the soft, so has a good chance to be attacking right now. Down in P9. But this P8, P9, P10, P11 battle is the closest right now on the track. But seemingly not having the pace. Brat is also catching up on Sully. Warren and Hindle exchanging places. Red Eye and Stooge exchanging places. Which leaves a gap open for Hendo around the outside maybe. Is he going to be able to get him? No, he doesn't. Stooge manages to hold the position. Frantic racing right now. Ronzeus jumps Pro Mayhem. Puts himself up into P11 now, as he also jumps Gnarly. Here we go. Hendo gets past Stooge. And now on those softs, he wants to really start trying to move into the red-eyed Jedi in front of him. Oh, cheeky little move from Ronzeus there. Takes himself past Soccer Monster and Little Gnarly. And he's right on the back of Stooge already. This could be an amazing lap for him. Ronzeus puts himself up to P9. As you can just see there in the McLaren. As Stooge goes into the pits. Not certain quite what happened there. He must be taking a bit of damage. Brer's coming up. Is he going to take him? He has. Brer takes back P3. And Brer has overtaken Spark. He's got Sully right behind him, so we're going to hang up with these top runners for a minute. All I can say is this is handing the race to Timmy, as Timmy is now putting away nearly 3 seconds from these guys. That's nearly a second a lap since the restart. But Brer is starting to chase him down too. Brer's letting you know there's more than one Renault in this team. Of course, the driver who originally started from McLaren at the start of the season got signed to Renault, and Little Spark goes into the pits to make his final stop. And Hindle also goes in for his final stop. Interesting to see where he comes out now. Little Spark comes out the pit looking like it's going to be P13. And Hindle looks like he's coming out into P14. Ronzeus now is right on the back of Warren. Why we keep getting these reverse views, I do not know. We need to see what's happening in front. There we go. Let's follow by what's happening in front. You got Warren, the Red-Eyed Jedi, and Ronzeus all in a line. Ronzeus making an amazing comeback right now. He's taken about 5 or 6 places just in the last 2 laps. Can't get Warren without the DRS assisting though, as they both have it. But this is going to add to the problems for Red-Eyed Jedi, who can just feel him breathing down his neck now. But at the moment we have a Renault 1-2 with Timmy in first and Brat in second. But if Warren here can keep his tyres nice and tidy, he could be on a one-stop strategy here, and if he is, without having to pit again, that could actually gift him the race. We're just about the halfway point in this race now, halfway through lap 18 of 35. As gaps are starting to form around the track, but oh, he's just giving him a little bit of action there. I don't think he's got any damage for it, but Warren's going to have to concede on this one. Surely. He's got no DRS. He's on slower tyres. Has to concede that one. Ronzeus is just in a better race position right now. But Warren's coming back at him. But has he got enough to get him by turn 1? Probably not. Ronzeus moves up to P5. Let's have a look at Gnarly, who's right on the back of Hendo now. Coming up to the hairpin. Hendo squeezes him out. But is Gnarly now going to have to run on the straight? Because those softs must be past their prime. Has he got enough? I don't think so. He tries to pull out wide. Oh, there's contact. And Gnarly has taken himself out of the race there. Carefully brings himself back onto the track. Wow, that's not what he wanted. That's really going to have separated his race. Just as Warren goes into the pit, so Warren is not on the one-stop strategy. He's going for one more pit stop onto the mediums. We'll wait to see where he comes out. Ronzus now is right on the back of the Red Eye Jedi, though. Red Eye Jedi yields. Ronzus currently the much faster guy, and also could be really hunting down a podium here. We've got 15 laps to go. With Sully the Brat and Timmy in front of him, all on older tyres. It'll be interesting to see what these guys decide to do with structure for the rest of their race. Are they holding out for softs? Do they want to come in now and take mediums? And spend no time with any worn tyres? I think anything more than 10 laps on these softs is absolute suicide. From what we've seen in the racing so far today. Ronzus already pulled out a second and a half on the Red Eye Jedi. Hendo's now gone into the pit. Hindle and Hendo, who are having a real battle here over P12. And Hendo just jumps in front of him. Just in time. Looks a little bit of a scuff up there, but he'll be fine. Manages to make it round that corner in one piece. Now, will Hindle get the run back on him down the DRS straight? Didn't get the best run out of the hairpin. Probably not got enough out and out pace to catch him on this first DRS straight. They'll have a second opportunity on the home straight. Warren sets the fastest lap with a 1:11.2. Soccer Monster now goes into the pits. Warren now on the DRS straight, catching up with Gnarly. He's back up in P7. Looks like it's only a matter of time though. Spark has got ahead of Jern for P9, and Warren gets in front of him before the DRS straight, but Gnarly will now have the DRS. And Ronzus has got ahead of Sully as Sully makes his final pit stop onto a new set of mediums. We'll keep an eye out for where Sully comes out. As one comfortably moves ahead of Gnarly. Sully comes out just in front of these guys into P6, so just behind Vihan. But no longer has to make a stop. The question is, does Vihan have to stop again? And can Vihan compete against Sully on fresh mediums? Jern picks up a 3-second time penalty. So let's follow along with the Brat and see where he comes out. We're keeping an eye out for where Sully is. There's Sully. Is he going to be? Yes, it looks like he'll just out in front of Sully coming out of the pit. Comes out of the pit now, drops the pit limiter, stays in front of Sully. Now, can he heat up those tyres? Or will Sully get a chance to attack him in the next couple of laps? But Sully picks up a 3-second time penalty. Well, wonders never cease. Mr. Consistent and clean. If he's having a tough time, everyone must be. But Sully is approaching up on the Bra here. Is he going to be inside his DRS in time for the straight? That's going to be the real difference. He needs to stay within DRS. Timmy picks up a 3-second penalty. Ronzus now in P2. Red Eye in P3. Fantastic race for the McLarens, although they'll probably, all three of the top runners, I think, need to pit again. Sully's right on the back of the Bra here. He's not going to have enough of a run to get him by turn 1. Spark picks up a 3-second penalty as Pro Mayhem goes past him. But right now we've got a real scrap about to happen here between the Bra and Sully. This is over a potential podium place. The real winner out of this is Vihan, who's not got these guys approaching him anywhere near the speed he would be if they weren't defending. Sully now seems very much closer than he was this time last lap. We'll see how it goes down when it gets into the DRS straight. Red Eye Jedi having a torrid time on those 17 lap old mediums. Vihan behind him just approaching in. Is he going to catch him on that straight? He pulls out wide. Vihan just gets past the Red Eye Jedi there on the corner of the screen. Means Vihan's now up into P3. Right, let's follow with Timmy and see where Timmy comes out. Comes out round turn 1. He's right next to the bra. Stays just in front. But Timmy no longer has to pit again. He's got the Red Eye Jedi just in front of him and Vihan just in front of him. Red Eye's got to be thinking of pitting very soon, surely. I mean, we're now in the window where softs are the valid tyre choice. Has he survived that long? If he comes out of the pit now, he's going to come down about 7 or 8 places down. Red Eye Jedi got a speeding in the pit lane warning. Brugg got a 3-second penalty. Ronzu's got a 3-second penalty. Everybody got that one wrong. Well, that's going to make it interesting come the end of this race. Timmy now right on the back of Vihan. Surely 16 lap old softs against 1 lap mediums. Sorry, 16 lap hards and 1 lap mediums. As you can see, the bra is also really up the back. There we go. There goes Timmy. Timmy's going to be clean past him now. Now it's up to the 2 behind to clear Vihan as quickly as possible in order to make a race of this. Well, that releases Timmy into P2. The Red Eye Jedi is now out on softs in P14. Moves up to P13 because he's just overtaken Gnarly. We're both out on fresh softs. The Brat is ahead of Vihan now. Now how about Sully? Sully needs to get past him as soon as physically possible. Not at turn 1. Warren has just overtaken Ronzus as Ronzus is in the pit. We're going to keep an eye out for where Ronzus is coming out. As we're going to drop down and take a look from Vihan's position. Warren picks up a 3-second penalty there. How much longer can Vihan keep Sully at bay? He just gets DRS, but now he's outside of Brez's DRS zone. And Sully's just crunching on him, while Soccer Monster picks up another penalty there. Surely Sully's got him this time. Sully moves up to P3. Ronzus and Warren having their own little battle, but Ronzus moves up to P5 now. Now Timmy sets a fastest lap of a 1:10.9. Wow, that's a quick lap. Little Sparks right on the back of Henry here. In the battle for P14. Has he got him by this corner? It's going to be close. Oh, how is there no rubbing? Oh, there we go. It had to happen. It had to happen. It was a very aggressive move there. There might be a little look into that one afterwards with the stewards if people supply footage. We've got Ronzus, who's just overtaken Vihan. Coming up between turns 2 and 3. Now Ronzus is going to be unleashed to take down Sully in front of him. But Vihan doing well considering that he's on a one-stop strategy. The other one-stopper, Jern, currently sitting down in P9. And Henry's just retired from the session. Right, let's follow along with Ronzus, who's now only 1 second behind Sully. You don't feel like Sully's going to have very much he can do if Ronzus really does decide to attack. And Ronzus is cleanly past Sully there. Redeye, who's right on the back of Jern, who's got Gnarly right on the back of him. Redeye takes Jern. Jern will now have the DRS though. Will he be able to take him back? Jern standing in for the Ferrari of Mickey's for the day. No, he can't. And Little Gnarly's past him too. Just those softs give you very little chance to fight back if you're on the hards. But Redeye and Gnarly could be battling right to the end here. And Stooge is retired. Not sure what's happened there. Ronzus is right behind the bruh. His strategy is absolutely paying off. He's going to have 3 laps in order to try and catch up on Timmy. Surely Ronzus has got him going into turn 1. He's super close on the back of him. Down the DRS straight into turn 1. He does. Picks up P2 and sets a fastest lap of the race with a 1:10.4. Ronzus is absolutely flying here. He now has 2 minutes to 3 laps to take 2.5 seconds out of Timmy's lead and take him for the win. Ronzus absolutely leaving the bruh behind. Those softs are just right in the pinnacle of their speed. A Little Gnarly has overtaken Redeye, so a Little Gnarly now sits in P9. But Redeye has taken it back and Gnarly's taken it back. We should keep an eye on what's going on between the leaders at the top. Little Spark overtakes Jern to put himself over to P11. But Gnarly will be very happy if he manages to maintain some points in this race. He's not had a very good start to the season, but this has been by far his best performance. A little unfortunate with a little spin out earlier. Here we go, into the hairpin. Will Redeye get the run back on him? That's the question. No, and there we go, I just cursed it. Little Gnarly's spun. But Spark into the final points position and Redeye back up to P9. Is he going to catch him by turn 1? Most probably not. Because we've got less than 2 laps to go in this race. Has he got him here? No, he doesn't, surely. No, no way. I'm going to have to switch back up to the top order in a minute because there's still battling going on there. But Hendel absolutely clinging on here to try and take this position from Jern. Jern fighting with everything he's got left. And Hendel has taken him up on the outside. As Ronzus, we come into the final lap here. Ronzus 0.7 of a second behind Timmy. This race is going down to the wire. Little Spark has overtaken the Red-Eye Jedi to put himself into P9. Gnarly must be kicking himself. He's on for his first points. A sterling finish. Overcooks one corner. And he's down in P13. Now here we go to the hairpin for the final time. Can Ronzus pick up enough of a run to take half a second out of him on this straight? This is going to be very hard. Looks like those softs have hit the maximum they're going to do. Timmy's just powering away now. For his third win of the season. Just the chicane to go. As Timmy takes the checkered flag, Ronzus in second. The Bruh finishes in third. Sully moves up to third as the Bruh gets more penalties. Vihan finishes fifth. Warren sixth. Pro Mayhem comes through in seventh. And we're with Hendo as he comes into the final turns. Good result here for Hendo. Comes through in 8th. Having had a couple of weeks out. Little Spark now coming over in P9. Soccer Monsters finished 14th. Hindle moves up to P8 after all of that. After all the penalties. Spark 9, Hendo 10, Jern 11. The Red Eye comes into the final corner as he decides to finish off in the pit by the look of things. Picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So Gnarly's going to take him for P12. With the Red Eye Jedi again as we're settling for the final position. What an exciting race that was, guys. Race 5 of the P1 League is in the books. Locked in the case, sealed. Dispatched and ready for the next one. Let's take a look at the classified results. TimmyWhereToNext comes first, with Ronzus in second and Sully picking up third. With the Bruh in 4th place, Vihan in 5th, Warren in 6th, Pro Mayhem 7th, Hindle in 8th, Little Spark 9th, and Hendo for President 10th, filling out the points positions. With Jern the reserve driver, a little gnarly, the Red-Eye Jedi and Soccer Monster all finishing the race, with 4 drivers Stooge, Henry, J-Luke and Tonka failing to finish the race. Let's see how this fills out our Drivers' Championship. Timmy maintains the lead on 85 points with Sully in 2nd place on 79. Streeb falling a little behind, now on 53 points, with Ronzus catching up thanks to his 2nd place into 4th place, with the Bro in 5th, Vihan 6th, Warren 7th, Little Spark in 8th, and Mickey's in 9th with Pro Mayhem 10th filling out the top 10. And let's see how this affects the Constructors' Championship. Renault take a large lead in the Constructors with 126 points. 2nd place for the Ferrari team with 95 points. With Williams on 72 points. Aston Martin with 60 points. 5th is the McLarens with 58 points. 6th is the Mercedes with 36 points. 7th is the Alfa Tauris with 25 points. 8th is the Racing Points with 22 points. And in 9th place we have the Alfa Romeos with 16 points. Be sure to join us for the race next week as we travel back to Europe to Monza for the Italian Grand Prix. We look forward to seeing you there.